Hey guys, welcome back to New World Carpentry Solutions. And funny story about the big audio in this video. I actually had my mic clipped on for all the previous recording, but actually when I was over at the table saw, one of the boards that I flipped over end for end to rip, I actually knocked my mic off and it was back there on the floor in the back of the shop. So there is audio for this clip, but it's really low. And I couldn't figure out why until I actually watched everything while editing. About halfway through the video, I actually realized that the mic is not clipped to me. I think I ended up checking my apron and realized that it's not clipped to where I started it at. Again, I end up clipping it on later on throughout the video, so this one's going to be another voiceover. Essentially what I'm doing here is actually making reference marks, because my stave shim fits in through most of the door, but then it's there's two areas where it's a little snug, so I'm making reference marks to say in between this area and this area that I think needs to be shaved down. And then on the mutton bars, I actually end up using the chisel and sandpaper, but this piece is actually large enough that I can actually do all this with my orbital sander. So after making my reference marks, we're going to move over here to the bench and then knock that right on out. And then I head back to the door for a test fit. It's starting to fit up top, but it's still about 2 or 3 inches down. It's still getting a little snug again. Pretty much about in the same areas. So we're gonna resand and then come back till we have a perfect fit. And now we actually have it pretty much fitting in really snug. Almost too snug to where it was almost scary to get it back out. So the last thing we need to do is now apply the glue. So we're gonna run glue down the actual groove that I cut, and then apply a couple beads to the back side of the stave shim itself. And then we're gonna go ahead and clamp everything in. And at this point, everything's tapped in. All we have to do is apply the clamps. One thing I can say is that I finally see that woodworking ASMR kind of coming into effect. There is nothing like the sound of a hammer tapping on some type of hardwood and speed that sound up. It actually sounds pretty cool. So I'm going to try to work some more of that into my video, just like the sander, having that run, but then turn down the audio just a little bit. I think having some of the woodworking tools and some of their audio coming through, I think actually would be a great plus to the videos. And this is actually when I realized that I didn't have my mic. You guys would actually see me grabbing at my apron, and then I go look for it. Yeah, I don't know how long I haven't had my mic. This was on the ground over there. Hopefully you guys heard some of the stuff I said, maybe. But my poor YouTubing aside, I'm hoping that my skills and actually woodworking does come through. And if you guys do enjoy my content, please check me out over on Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. Leave me a like and subscribe on this video. Leave me a comment down below what you guys thought, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.